Hey y'all, welcome to the Filling Station. It's a new day, another opportunity to either make money in the market or to just learn from the market. But let me go ahead and give my disclaimer, y'all. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only. With that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at the VIX, and yes, we are back down in the $17 range. And it's interesting to see that we made this high of 1936 and down to $16 and back up to $17. So it seems like we're all over the place. We're just bouncing, right? So where are our trouble places for the VIX today? Right now it's finding support here at this 50 EMA, which is at the 1739 area. And resistance, that would support resistance, is around 1755, which is kind of close to under the 5 EMA, but it's really close to this 20 EMA. So I would say that 20 EMA is really going to be a trouble place for us at the 1759 area. So if the VIX gets above this 1759 or 1760 area, I would say it could possibly bounce here and move back to the upside. So above 1762, we could very well have trouble here at 1778 and again at 1789. Beyond the 1789 or 1790 area, we could have trouble at 1802, and beyond the 1802, we can come back and retest this 1844. Past the 1844, we can come back to this area here of 1871. And above the 1871, again, just know that we will have trouble around the 1905 area. And that is to the upside for the VIX. And now to the downside, if we lose support here at the 50 EMA around the 1739, 1740 area, we can come back down to the $17, under $17, about the 1681. Under 1681, we can come back to the 1655, which is the ATR trailing stop here. Now, if by chance we break the 1655, just know we could very well have trouble at the 1595, which is the 200 EMA on this 30-minute chart. So we look at the VIX normally to give us an idea for the SPY. So let's look at the SPY today. And yes, all of those lines mean something. So as of now, it's interesting that SPY closed at 538.41. What's really interesting is yesterday we went from 537 here all the way up. Let's see if I can make it a little bit clearer. From 537 all the way up to this high of 547. Let's see, 547.46. That's really interesting, for it to drop down 537 up to 547, only to come back down to the 537. So that's just how the market is. I always say nothing is guaranteed. Anything is possible, but nothing is guaranteed. So where are our trouble places for the SPY today? Right now it's finding support here at the 542.60, which is, again, it's higher than where we closed at the 538. Resistance was here at this 543.03 area. So as you can see, we traded here sideways, came all the way down, bounced off this 50, but price still came back to this area. So I would, and this candle shows us that, we're trying to move back to the upside. So our trouble place is here at the 543.34 area. That's what this line is here. So we will definitely have trouble in that area. We will see if SPY break above that. If we break the 543.34 area, the ATR trailing stop is here at 543.68, which is kind of close to this line that we had already marked as support or resistance at 543.80. So above 543.80, just know that we could have trouble at 544.13. Beyond 544.13, we can have trouble here at 544.43. And past that, we can have trouble around the 544.63 area. Now, it would not surprise me to see an instant replay of yesterday, right? Run up, come back down. So as of now, those are trouble places to the upside. Now, to the downside for the SPY, if we lose support here at 542.56, we can come back down to this 50 EMA, under this 50 EMA, which is down. It seemed like it stopped very close to this previous level of support, which is around the 541.38. So again, if we lose support here at 542.60 area, we can come back down here to the 541.38, 541.39 area. So if I traded the SPY today, I would definitely say trade carefully, right? Don't rush into your trades. Wait on confirmation and trade what you see. So we'll come back to the SPY just to do a recap. We are now looking at Tesla, and Tesla has been trading in this gathering spot here for a while. So Tesla should be interesting. We traded here, moved to the upside, only to come to this area here down slightly, but we didn't come back down to this low. We came down slightly only to come back to this area. This 226 is an area I would definitely watch Tesla in. So this morning pre-market support is here at the 223.93, and resistance we can say is here at the 225 area, 225, because right now that's where price is. However, we did come up and test this 225.21. So I would definitely say between 225.30 and the 223.93 is the zone that Tesla is trading in as of right now. So where are our trouble places for Tesla? If by chance we break above this 226 area, which is here, we could very well have trouble here at the 228, past the 228, 231.15. Beyond the 231.15, we can have trouble at 232.54, which brings us kind of close to this 200 EMA on this 30-minute chart at the 233.57. So those are places to the upside that I would watch Tesla. Now we have come back. It's trying to break through this 225.21. We've tested it again as of now. Again, this is the 30-minute chart, and this is pre-market. Let's say that. So if by chance we break under 223.93, where are our trouble places to the downside? Well, Tesla can come back to this area of 222 and find support. That was under the 20 EMA, the 50 EMA, and a previous support area that we had marked. So under the 222 area, it could very well come back down and retest the 219.83. Beyond the 219.83, we can come back to what's now forming an ATR trailing stop at the 218.98 area. Under 218.98, I would watch Tesla around 216.65. If we get down to the 216.65, we can definitely come back, or possibly, I always say, yeah, possibly come back to the 213.25 area. So those are places to the upside and to the downside for Tesla that we could very well have trouble. And I always say, where are our trouble places? And we should know that before we enter the trade, right? And again, it could, always do something different, but we want to have a general idea as to where we're going to have trouble. So now we are looking at NVDA. NVDA is back in this zone here. This was yesterday, this is today. So we are in this zone. Pre-market support, we can say, is here right at this 50 EMA, around the 114.54 area. It looks like we're trying to break out of that area to the upside. So support as of right now is around the 114.33. So we'll mark that. Resistance, we've come up and tested this area of 115.28 and got rejected. It looks like we tried to break through it only to get rejected again to come back to the downside. So I will watch this 115.28 area for NVIDIA as it's bouncing off of that, or we can go back down to the downside. So the trouble places for NVIDIA as of right now is beyond this 115.81. Just know that we're going to have trouble here at 116.06. Beyond 116.06, we could have trouble at 116.46. Beyond 116.46, we could very well have trouble here around the 117.29 area. If we break the 117.29, we can come back and retest this area of 117.84, or past the 117.84, we can come back to the 118.72, which is really close to this 118.53 area, which is close to the 200 EMA on this 30-minute chart again. So where are our trouble places to the downside for NVIDIA? So to the downside, as of now, if we break under 114.36, just know we can find support here around the 113.71 area. Under that area, it puts us back into a previous gathering spot. So our trouble places under the 113.70 area, I would look for trouble around the 112.60. Beyond the 112.60, we could very well find support again at the 111.79. Beyond the 111.79, just remember it's forming an ATR trail and stop right here at the 111.55 area. So those are areas to the upside and to the downside for NVIDIA. I always say, if you trade NVIDIA, trade carefully. Anything is possible, nothing is guaranteed. So now we are looking at AMD, and AMD has also been trading in this zone here. So our pre-market support is here at a previous support level 141.03, and as you can see, that's right where the 20 EMA is, and a line that we had already marked as support or resistance, let's say that. So our support again is at 141.03 and resistance is around the 142.23 area, and it looks like we're trying to break under that. Price gathered in this area. Seems like we're trying to break under this, and the 20 EMA is trying to hold us up here. That red line is trying to hold us up. So where are our trouble places for AMD to the downside? For if by chance we break the level of 141.03, just know that we can come back down to the 140 area, 140.01, and beyond the 140.01 we can come back and find support here at the 139.06. Under the 139.06 area we can come back to the 137.94. So under 137.94 we can come back to this low of 136.81. So where are our trouble places to the upside? If by chance we go back to the upside, bounce from here, just know above the 142.23 we could have trouble here at 142.74. Again here at the 143.69 area, which is really close to this ATR trailing stop, which is at the 144.06. So those, and beyond the 144.06, and to me the ATR trailing stops are strong support and or resistance. So if by chance we break above this level of 144.59, we could very well, you know, continue moving to the upside, and we could always come back and retest this 149.19 again. I always say, y'all, anything is possible, but nothing is guaranteed. So it can move. How much does AMD normally move on average per day? $7.98. So it can move $7.98 in either direction. That's up or down. So I would say trade carefully. We can bounce here and move up, or we can continue to the downside. That's $7.98. Again, anything is possible, y'all. Today is going to be an interesting day based on how the market has been moving. I'm yeah, just curious to see how it's going to move. I'm going to look at the VIX just one more time. And again, it's finding support, has not moved much from the support area. And the SPY, let's look at the Qs and see where we are today. This is the QQQ. And as of now, our pre-market support for the Qs, 462.74 is what I would mark as support. 462.74 area. And resistance is around the 464.12. So 464.12, 462.74 are areas that I would watch for QQQ. And if by chance we break above this area of that 463, 464 area, just know that we're going to have trouble at this ATR trailing stop at the 464.46. That's going to be a trouble place for us. So I would definitely say watch that level, trade carefully, trade cautiously, right? So we're going to go back to the SPY just to see where we are. For just a little quick recap, it's just interesting to see SPY, you know, at this place, a high of 547 yesterday, only back to the 537, only to come back to this area of 543 pre-market. So again, I always say trade carefully. We are having trouble at this area. See, we marked this area here, 543.34. That's an area that I'm going to put an alert above that to let me know if SPY get above that, then we've broken through a level of resistance and it could possibly continue to the upside, knowing that we're still going to have trouble here at the 463.68 area. So that's going to be a trouble place for us. So again, y'all, I hope these videos are very, very helpful. Very helpful. If you could, please like, share, comment, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff, right? So we learn and we grow together. And I hope that everyone have a very profitable and very productive day today. And I always like to leave you with this: be blessed as well as a blessing unto others. Until next time.